And I think... fucking squats. Just gonna do infinite squats. And I think there's a scene between Leia and Agria, but I don't remember. I might be tripping.
I don't think so, because Agria's right there.
Yeah, but Pressa's right there, and I'm pretty sure there's a scene where Alvin talks to her later.
It's whatever. Any time I don't have to listen to Agria talk is a good time.
Hey. Hey. She's okay. She's okay.
But she talks like she's fucking 5 years old all the time.
She's mentally deranged. I forgive everything.
I don't.
It's okay. It's definitely an odd role, and it's definitely something that's probably really difficult.
I wonder what those
to
two
like.
are talking about.
By the way, when I said I looked for this scene, I mean it was really hard to avoid because its hitbox was large.
Hitbox was everywhere.
Oh,
wow, this is Rowan asking why Wingle has forbidden magic inside of his brain.
And then Wingle is like, oh, I did it so that I could kill the king or whatever.
I did it to become strong. You would never be able to understand.
What?
Rowan's just like, what is this? What is this even? Like, Rowan just can't comprehend emo bullshit, which is everything Wingle is.
Resist or submit.
You are a strong young man.
No, you're just a weak old one.
I have given a lot of thought to what you said earlier. It would seem that Gaius is capable of leading his people down the correct path.
See, what's really funny is this always reminds me of the 6 God Generals from another Tales game, Tales of the Abyss, because every single member of your party, you have 6 party members, and there are 6 God Generals, and you can, and there's a connection between all of them except for 2. And that's because everyone else pairs off. Everyone else basically pairs off perfectly. There's your main character who's a clone of one of them, so obviously they pair off.
Yeah.
There's your princess friend, whose biological father is one of them. There's the love interest girl whose teacher is one of the God Generals. And then there's Annis, who rides on a giant doll, and her counterpart, or she's supposed to be Annis is the bodyguard to the Pope.
Why are you standing out in the
And the God General she parallels is the girl who was supposed to bodyguard the Pope, but she got passed over. Mm-hmm. And then you have the main character's best friend, and then the other guy, the 6th God General, Sync. And they have no actual connection.
Maybe you should sit down and rest for a bit.
But if you include the commandant of the 6 God Generals, and then you include the unofficial 7th member of your party, the Pope, then you find out that Sync is a clone of the Pope, and then that the main character's best friend, his family, or man, what was their connection again? The main character's best friend used to know the Commandant before the Commandant went and tried to take over the world, or whatever the fuck he was gonna do. So, turns out the main character's best friend had the connection to the Commandant.
Figured you'd know something.
Well, as does the main character, with the Commandant being his sword teacher and the brother of the love interest.
I simply just don't know.
There was one, oh yeah, and there was one more guy. I forget the other guy. The other God General is the childhood best friend of your mage character, Jade.
Why would the people there rely on Spyrex instead of just using their mana lobes?
Using Spyrex is easier.
I knew I was forgetting somebody. How could I forget the best mage in all of Tales?
I have a question for you too, actually.
What is it?
He's best black mage because he's just snarky old man, and by old I mean 38 or 35 or some shit.
Okay, you're acting weird today.
But he definitely likes to play up the old card. Like, like there's literally one scene where he's pretending to cough, and he's just like, "Oh, my old aching bones," while they're like walking up a hill or something, and they're like, "You're not even that old."
Mila, may I speak with you in private for a moment?
You two can catch up. I'll just wait back at the castle.
So when I the other day I was playing Kingdom Hearts just to see if I could get good. It turns out that I can't get good.
Should have got good.
I know.
See, this is where you can go and find the Alvin Pressa scene. Pretty sure. I think. Possibly. Yeah. I think you would have had to like go literally if you had walked on the other side, I think. I don't remember. It's been a while. I was fairly certain there was a scene between Alvin and Pressa in this area.
She's spending some time with Muse.
Its hitbox wasn't big enough. I missed it.
It wasn't the hitbox wasn't the entire room.
Yeah.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
She probably watched it. She came from that side of the room.
But Alvin's with you.
That was my explanation for that thing earlier when I was like, "Oh, Agris can't be in that cutscene. She's right there." And then you're like, "Ah, it just happens anyway."
No, it happens when you're
Alvin's right here. How could you have possibly seen that cutscene? Ah, it just happens anyway.
No, my explanation for that is you walk out of the room and Agria teleports out of the room.
That's true. When he flew in on that
Yeah, they're talking about how good Ivor's hearing is.
I wouldn't worry you two. It's the wyverns that have great hearing, not Ivor.
Oh man!
And Alvin is just like, nope.
To bring them every noise within miles. They probably just told Ivor what they heard.
Do you really think so?
If your handmaid really had such good ears, don't you think he'd be a little less deaf to subtext?
Oh. So what about Ivor?
Huh? Oh, I was just going to ask why he's so deaf to subtext when he has such great ears.
Ah, a popular topic apparently.
See, what's really funny is like how like on a similar wavelength Leia and Alvin can be.
Kinda terrifying, isn't it?
You think so? I find the idea fascinating.
They have a really funny like wind pose together where they do like this overly complicated handshake.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Why are boys so into stuff like this?
Oh, is that also in this game? I don't remember.
Hey, Muse.
Or have you just seen
Do
it?
these things ever
It's in
fall out of
this.
the sky? I don't know, but what?
It's really long and dumb and stupid.
You mean great? I know.
Well, that settles that. I'll be holding on to you.
Has more skits.
I wonder what people
More.
Press your select button. More.
Do you think so? It's awfully cold here. All the more reason to eat well. So you think they have something good? Let's go find out, Cheapo. Hey, wait up!
Let's go look for food. Yeah.
Ah, youth. I remember when I was running around and looking for food. I remember being hungry when I was a kid. I don't want to talk to that asshole.
I was like, at this point, I was like, I don't know which one starts the thing.
You're just like, fuck it, let's just talk to the king of everything. But then you were like, no, gotta see this.
Yep.
Relay this to all troops. We believe the enemy base to be an enormous structure. All soldiers should review their indoor combat procedures. Yes, sir. I anticipate difficulty getting the word to everyone.
Let me see.
All of the relay team reserves.
Did you? No, you definitely missed the chess scene between Wingle and Rowan. Or did you not? I don't remember.
Of course.
I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Oh no. Anyway, there's a scene where Wingle is just like, Rowan, I want to play chess with you. Super advanced war chess. And Rowan was just like, well, I mean, okay, I guess.
Should you die in the
And
process,
they reenact the battle, and then at one point Wingle is just like, you're retreating behind, your lines or whatever. I'm just gonna full force attack you. And then a tidal wave runs over the simulation battle, and he goes, oh right, this was a simulation battle of that battle where the tidal wave wiped out everyone.
not a destabilizing
How do you forget that? That's super important.
It was. That tidal wave is the entire reason Gaius is a king. That tidal wave killed the previous king.
This must be
And Gaius was there to become the king.
doesn't matter what we were. What matters now is that our military strength doesn't waver from his laws.
I'm running on the same mindset of like, how do you not know who the Chimeriad is, you fucking schmucks?
All who've seen my face shall die. Alright, thanks, Duo. No, there's a little more to it, but basically Rowan was also a part of that battle, and Wingle wasn't because he was a kid back then or some shit.
Remember this now.
But Rowan was just like, oh yeah, if I had known the tidal wave was coming, I'd have deployed my forces back to not die in the tidal wave.
Mom asked me to run an errand for her, but I totally spaced.
But that was quite some time ago. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about now.
Good thing I ran back for this cutscene.
Oh yeah, you definitely needed that.
Gotta buy them sweet buns.
Let's send her some.
That's it. We'll distract her with sugar. We'll make it out of this alive yet.
Oh man.
Hey, Jude, Leia.
Do they understand the situation we're in now?
It appeared to be a family matter. It's not our place to interfere.
Oh.
And then they have the talk of, this is what it's like to have a family, and then use it as like,
Well, I'm
I
fine with the
guess.
fact that the great
Yeah, oh
master
yeah,
is
you
a
know,
member of my
family,
family.
yeah.
That thing.
That thing I totally need, right?
Uh,
I once thought about what it would be like to have a family.
And
It was something I've never felt before. Very different from my duties as Maxwell. Of the feelings I've experienced,
Mila was just like,
the one that comes
family.
closest is
That has nothing to do with my mission. I don't need a family. But then she became more human-like.
that's
Yep.
a difficult question. I understand the idea of having a family, but I don't think it's the same as what you're feeling.
That's not what I asked. Besides, didn't you just...
I would definitely care more about this conversation if if there wasn't as much build up to it as there
I'm
was.
beginning to doubt that you truly came here in response to my summons.
The family thing?
Yeah.
You, I want you to know you accidentally did a side quest. Like a full-on, multiple side quests. Like, all of that was optional, and you just accidentally triggered all of it.
There was an entire thing where I sped through a bunch of it and did it on purpose.
Is the purpose of its existence...
No. There was some of it you did by accident.
The same is true for humans. But sometimes for humans, there are things
For
that
instance,
win out.
this.
Over duty.
Yes, this was entirely optional.
Holy shit, this cutscene was so long!
Just the kind of duty. The duty to survive.
I told you. You accidentally just ran through this.
But I'm pleased that you were able to convince yourself.
Well, that was fun.